All right, welcome back to another edition of the Timmy Show. And with you guys out there, I'm going to go ahead and tell you some of the changes that I made after the draft. After the draft, I got to looking at some of the cards, and we'll go ahead and hide all these because we don't care to see them all. All right, so we're going to hide those away, and we're going to primarily look at the cards that we had in the in the deck to begin with. One of the cards that we had in there was Cruel Reality. Um, why I changed that out is kind of one of the two things I wanted to discuss. Um, Within our group at Moms, we got two individuals that I really do enjoy watching them play. One is Daniel and one is Jared, both brothers. And I consider Cruel Reality a Jared type card. He loves the magical Christmas land card, so to speak, and he loves to see their interactions and how they go off. And with that, within this draft, it's just too expensive to play. In Commander, you could probably get it out. By the time we could play it in draft, we'd probably be dying or not. It's got powerful effects for the card, but we really can't use it in this deck, so to speak. So with the removal of Cruel Reality, I added a Bandit Sarcophagus. Within our deck, we have 8 cards that cycle. So we have 8 cycle sources, and we will be using that earlier in the game to possibly get more lands to go to the battlefield. And so with all those cards cycled later in the game may have a greater impact for us hard casting them right out of our graveyard, which we can do if we cycled them. Which brings me up to the next card that I changed out. Manticore Eternal is a powerful card in itself. I did go ahead and change it out to Raz's Right. Raz's Right cycles, but not only that, later in the game, if we are down and need more cards, we can use Raz's Right to get a Bandit Sarcophagus and play on the field. And that would be good for us. Now, the Daniel type cards, as I was talking about, is I watched him play one of his decks against me early on in the building for MOCAT and Hour of Devastation, and he used one of the cards that I never played with in draft, is Nest of Scarabs. So we took out our second accursed horde to play Nest of Scarabs, which when I started looking at the deck, we were playing a little bit too much zombie style, but not enough support from the other color. So I basically removed all of our Bone Slashers, both hordes that only work with zombies, and all those were mediocre cores that and together in one, like a black-white deck, it could be possible to support. Within our deck, not really supportable. So we went ahead and removed those. And with that, we brought in Nest of Scarabs, Grimsley Survivor, and Battlefield Scavenger. And those cards, um, Battlefield Scavenger, and along with the other card we have in the deck already, Burning Fist Monitor, um, they all work with Grimsley Salvage with discard, and of course the 8 cyclers we have, we can use those. So you basically have 10 sources that could trigger the survivor. Um, and with Nest of Scarabs, we have quite a few triggers. Ruthless Sniper can trigger it. Cartouche of Ambition can trigger it. Lethal Sting will trigger it. And I'm not quite sure, but I think Emma Eternal may be able to trigger it. It says whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a 1/1 counter on it. The way Nest reads, it says whenever you put one or more counters on a creature, create that insect. So I'm not quite sure. Maybe, maybe not. Um, with you putting that on it, um, it may or may not trigger it. If it does trigger it, then we can get a lot of action out of it. So that would be good for us. Next, we'll move on to removal. We have 4 forms of removal. Cartouche of Ambition, as we just named, Doomfall, Lethal Sting, Puncturing Blow, and somewhat removal is Ruthless Sniper and Without Weakness. All those are good. So we have maybe up to 6 forms of removal. We are now only playing 16 lands. The reason for this is we're running enough cyclers that as long as our opening hand contains 2 mana, we should be able to cycle into more mana. And we actually have a land that cycles, and although you can't play it, I don't think, yeah, non-land card, so we won't be able to cast that from the graveyard with Abandoned Sarcophagus. It is another form of cycle. So we'll have the 3 Marauders, the Horde, Cruel Reality, Insider, Scrapper, Monitor, and Violent Impact in our sideboard to sideboard. And if we need it, Violent Impact might come in if we come into contact with artifact or land we can't handle. I don't think there's a land in the format that will do anything against us, but maybe an artifact that can affect us, we can bring that in. I think that would be a 1-in-1 trade with maybe Pursue Glory, depending on the situation. But for now, this is the deck that we'll be playing with, and we will go ahead and try to proceed and play round 1. Alright, we found an opponent, and we're going to go ahead and play. Alright, so right off the bat, we get a horrible hand, no lands. We'll be forced to mulligan. And once again, we fall in the same trap. Alright, so we had the mulligan all the way down to 5. We'll go ahead and keep this hand, it's not the worst. And we'll put Internal on top, it's only 3 to cast. So I think we could keep that on top and pray for lands to come out. We do have a cycler with the sniper out. We'll need an additional land for that, but we'll go ahead and do this. So we'll lead out with our Ruthless Sniper. And we'll pass turn. And he could be holding up maybe Impeccable Timing. Maybe not. So we got another land. We'll go ahead and cast that land. And we'll go ahead and swing for 1. Hopefully he doesn't have that. He does not. And we're off. Alright. We're going to go ahead and cycle this. We can't use the rootless sniper, so... Alright, we're got another cycler. Alright, we'll go ahead and play... And we'll see what his next play is. We can cycle, use... And we'll go ahead and do that. We'll cycle that. And we'll shrink down this creature just a little bit. Alright. We could kill it, but he'll more likely bring it back in next turn. So we'll just take the 2 off of that. And he plays another internalized guy. And that's fine for us. We'll go ahead and play our Eternal. And we'll pass the turn. And my turn is, if he doesn't have anything to remove it, we're going to go ahead and play the cartouche on him and finish off the initiate and proceed to swing in with lifelink if nothing else goes on. Alright, so we got another land. We'll play that land. We'll play cartouche on the Amit. And we'll see if this is able to come in. And it will not. So he counters that. And we could swing in. He could block and I could only kill 1 creature. So in this case, I think I'll just have to play the scavenger. And he can't swing. Well, it's our attack, so he can't attack us. His riddle form will fall off at the end of his turn, or my turn, and it will be his go. Alright, we got another counter on Eternal. So he may just in fact die anyways. I'm not for sure if he has anything or not. I know he could bring somebody back next turn. We're gonna take it. Okay. So Vile Manifestation comes in, and I think I will play it. It will be a a good card for us to play? And it's 6 to do that, so I think we can pitch that to Scavenger. Well, maybe we don't want to pitch it to Scavenger. I'm much more likely to bring it into play. We may use a trick to... So I don't want to use Vile Manifestation like that, but I think in this instance we'll go ahead and attack with both. And we do have a trick. Alright. So both his creatures are going to die anyways. In the meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and cycle this. I'm going to go ahead and finish off his Sentinel. And we got the Molitor. We could play it next turn, and that's fine. Strategic planning. So he's one spell away from killing my Amit, which he very well may do this turn. Or maybe not, depending on what is going on. Okay, that doesn't count as that, so Amit lives another turn. Without weakness. Okay. Indestructible. That really doesn't help us on this turn. I don't think. If I don't attack, he's gonna block. But it'll afflict and give him damage. And I could just finish him off. He does offer up a trade. Well, not a trade. I'm going to let it die. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to save the effect on Thorned Moloch. And Manalith, so he gets 3 more in with that. Nothing I can really do on that front. Yeah, his flying is going to take me down. Well, we'll do a little razzle dazzle on that. And click OK. We'll go ahead and kill one of his creatures at least. Go down to 4. Hope for a red. Nope. So, double red, we can't play him. And so we just wound up losing this game. And I think for us, what we're going to do is we might take all the cutesiness out of it and just go straight on attack mode. So we move that out, we move that out, we move that out. We're fine with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should have been able to get double red on the first one. That was kind of not really good for us. We'll move that out. We'll move in one of these. We're not gonna run that. Oh yeah. Move one of the bone slashers out. Move one of those in. We're gonna go more creature heavy on this base. And we'll go this route. Let's see what we could do. Yes, we will play first. And we get plenty of lands this turn. And we'll keep it. And he's mulling down this time. And we'll pass the turn. Pass the turn again. Back to us. I'm gonna play Thorned Moloch. He's gonna go with its cycle. Okay, we don't care about that one. A matter of fact, we get first strike on the Moloch and he could block. That's fine. We're gonna go ahead and just cast Big Beefy right here. And okay. Okay. So, we have a couple of things here. We got a few forms of removal. And we'll go ahead and do it now. We're gonna Force him to choose what he wants to keep. What's he value higher? He likes that. So in this case, we're going to see if he wants to offer up a trade. He does not want to trade, which that's good for us. And we will cast him. And we leave up removal for his next turn, depending on what he wants to do. And we will be crashing in for some more damage. We'll go ahead and kill the unwavering initiate. We could kill that and swing in. And he could block one and kill one. That's fine. We'll go ahead and do so. That's exile too, by the way. So he can't bring that back. And we'll go ahead and exert that. And we'll rumble in for a lot more damage. And he'll chomp. And goes to 5. We'll play Nest of Scarabs. Get our dude a little bit bigger. And we'll swing in for 3. First strike, so he could have a trick here, but okay, he does. He has unsummon. And he can't cancel it, so we'll play it again. And we'll pass the turn with that. So in this instance, we turned our deck into more aggressive strategy versus our cycle strategy. It was a little bit slow, and he came out on fire in the first one and kind of stole our sunshine on that one. But alright, Cartouche of Ambition. So what we're going to do here, I think, if we put it on him, he could double block. Yeah, it's not going to be a good situation for him. So we'll cast it on our rod. And in this case, it's going to make us an insect. And that's really cool. And we're going to exert. And he can seize the game. We'll move on to game 3. What changes can we really make? Not really a lot. We are going to, I think, pretty much leave it the way it was. He didn't play anything we really couldn't handle. We got plenty of lands in our opening hand, and we're just going to react to that. Okay, we're waiting for him. I don't know what he's doing, but pretty happy with our changes to a more aggressive style deck, and he's back. We could keep. We got 2 lands, which are fine. Plenty of 3 drops removal, so we will keep this. Okay. Strategic planning. He could play that. So it looks like we're going to be the aggressive deck in game 3 again. He pitched some cards. Maybe for land purposes. We're going to go ahead and cast Vile Manifestation. And with the cards in hand, we could get it a little bit bigger. And he's going to play Riddle Form, and we're fine with that. And we're going to play Moloch this turn with some of the instants we got. We can increase the manifestation and Moloch at the same time, which is really good. So he's going to unsummon our Moloch. We're fine with that. He does get in for 3, and that's fine. Okay, he's playing that. And we're fine with that too. So we're not going to well, I don't want to play that and weaken our guy. It'll get first strike, and if he plays something else, he'll be able to. So what we'll do is we're going to hold tight right here for the minute. So he's going to play that, get him rotating again. Okay. So we're going to block with manifestation on this. He's probably thinking, what are we going to do? And we're going to play without weakness on our guy to give him indestructibility. Cyclone will go to the graveyard, give him +1. He'll survive and kill the cropped. And that's perfectly fine with that. He went ahead and cycled a card. He loses his guy. And I got a guy. So he just cast Amulet on his own turn. That triggered Riddle Form, so that got rid of something out of his hand, which is totally fine by me. We'll at this time we'll go ahead and cast, I think, the that guy now, and we'll go ahead and get some damage in with manifestation. And our plans is here is to get cartouche on something. possibly Bone Slasher and make something else weaker. So he does not. Okay. I wish we had a land. We do not. We could play Lethal Sting. Doesn't seem all that wonderful. But we really need to kill this flyer. So in this case, I think I will. Cancel. Okay. And we'll go ahead and swing in for our own 3 at this point. And we'll get some damage in. Okay, he plays the crop delete. And that's fine with us too. Alright, we got another land. And we're good with that. We're going to play this right now. We're going to go ahead and swing in for 3. He's probably not going to block. If he unsummons, he unsummons. That's fine too. So can he activate Riddle Form? He could swing in with a healthy 4/7. He can't do that, but he plays another flyer. He does not yet. Alright. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to cast that on that and that on that. And we're going to attack for 4 life linking. What's he want to do? He wants to take it. Okay, I do want to get Puncture and Blow online. So he's going to swing with his 2 flyers. Puncture and Blow could take care of that if I could get a red source by cycling the Rotten Beast. And that's exactly what I'm going to do at this point. So give us a red source. No. Alright, so we got our red source. I'm going to head and Puncture and Blow that. And we're going to go ahead and swing in with the team. Get them down to 6. We're back up to a healthy 14. And we do have this. He riddle forms, and that's fine. He's making another do. That's fine too. Yeah. So we're gonna play Lord of the Curse, or Curse Horde right here. And we're gonna go ahead and swing in with the Marauder because he can't do anything about it. And I'll be able to give it lifelink. Or he's got lifelink, but I'll make him indestructible. We'll go ahead and do that now. This was because we can. Yeah. Play another red source. And we were going to go ahead and swing in with the life linker. And he could block that. That's fine. And we will go ahead and cast Malik. And at this point, I will go ahead and cast this. And it says player. We're just going to control. It could have went to him, but he's going to have to deal with all these big beefy dudes running across the field. And I'm going ahead and crash in with everyone. He might be able to maybe unsummon one of them and then block something. But at this point, I'm not even going to toy around. Because if he winds up killing him, I can... Okay, so he unsummons that. And that's fine. So we get in for 2. We're going to go ahead and cast him. And we're going to go ahead and cast the one he unsummoned. And we have enough power on the board to kill him. He can exert and deal 8 damage. And that is fine on that side. I can tell you right now, the game is in hand for me to win. I don't know what he's doing. He's got no cards in hand. He could make 3 blocks, anticipating on trying to kill 3 things. I could revive with the horde at least 2 of them, and play with 2 damage going across. Depending on how he blocks, I can eternalize Manticore and okay. So what we're gonna do here, he's got first strike already. We're gonna save him. We're gonna save him. First strike on Manticore already wins that battle. Two damage come across. And I play Scrapper. I could block Sign Wander if needed. He's got up to 9 damage. That's all he's got. That's it. We got this. So round 1 goes to us. We won 2-1. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and stop this on round 1 for now. I'll come back in just a minute and finish out the last 2 rounds. And I appreciate everybody for watching.